crack it. lose ourselves in the spirit of things. We lose our sight when we put our trust in things of this material world, of things that fade away. Let them keep coming back, 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 keep coming back.
Hello and welcome as Glitchtech eSports take on Rocket Gaming. We've got the Phoenix Season 5 qualifiers here, and for Glitchtech, this will be their chance to not only submit a qualification, but also give themselves a chance to give a showing in yet another season of Phoenix League after a fairly decent run last season. Let's see if they'll be able to take the title in the qualifier here, though. As for now, it will be a standard push towards 8 from Rocket Gaming, as Rogi, he'll kick things off by finding Doomer. That is going to give Glitchtech that disadvantage. Raider looking to trade, but it's Tyler and Zazen to get a nice little 2k on the refutal. The A push from Rocket Gaming pays off, and, well, as we get into this game, it looks like Glitchtech are definitely going to start on the back foot. As it will be a 1-0 lead by Rocket Gaming. Now, before either side says anything racist, we're going to quickly turn off voice. I do apologise for not doing that beforehand, but luckily we avoid hearing any of the in-game talking from Rocket Gaming. They're going to go for an early B push. It's going to be just the Deagles on Glitchtech to try and hold. Olon will kick things off. He's got Raider to try and help us. Well, actually, things look just that bit better. Rayner needs to do a bit of damage as he'll spam it down. Rogi's there to trade, though, as Echo makes his way towards Kitchen. Finding the first Doomer on the flank will delete Echo there. He knows Rogi's the last man. He knows his location. With the assistance of Kinky, it's going to be a first round for Glitchtech eSports. As, for now, I assume the ES is eSports rather than Española, which is... I don't think anyone has Spanish, so we'll assume it's meant to be eSports, even though it's Glitchtech Gaming. As for Rocket Gaming, they'll make their way towards the standard 1-3-1 split, making their way in mid. Glitchtech, their response, it's a fairly passive hold towards mid, all things considered. They do opt for a bit more aggression towards ramp, favouring that push rather than being a bit... well, a bit more passive. For now, there'll be a full push coming down towards mid. Rocket Gaming, the established connector control, and it's going to be there to start, so maybe start making, or getting ahead of these members. It'll be a boost into apps, and maybe Glitchtech will use this opportunity to get a man advantage, but the real point of contact will come from mid, where Doomer will fall to Echo. Rocket Gaming with a one-man advantage. This should trigger a push towards A. That bomb alone on ramp is going to use the noise made. It's going to try and get out. It's going to be Rogi's Deagle to the ring true as he shuts down Frag. Tyler making his way up as well. The spot Kinky will miss the initial damage though, as Kinky will shut him down, but it looks like it could be a silver lining as a fall to 1 HP in that smoke. Stray bullet is all that will kill him, and Rogi is the man to fire that bullet. As Olon and Rayner, the last two members, 2 versus 4, and I can't see them getting much against Rocket Gaming here, who are in an admirable position to shut them down. Looks like it will be Rocco to aggress in CT with this Mac 10. Trying to buy some space. And an opportunity to just work from there. Hold on. He'll be able to save this Fatmass. He's got a bit of armor as well. He's also got a flash to maybe trigger a push towards mid. So, fairly decent save for Glitchtech as they probably could justify a buy into the next round. Kinky can go M4 armor, then the remaining two can go for pistols with utility. But for now, Rocket Gaming, with a 2-1 lead, are going to be looking to extend that further. They play a little bit of bonus with these two MAC-10s being saved rather than upgrading to AKs. They do just look to shut down the killing players of Glitchtech, who, on the looks of things, actually able to kind of scrounge a semi-decent buy. There's definitely utility in this mix, but Rocket Gaming going for a fast push towards B. Rocker going to die to that nade of Reina, taking a lot of damage in that molly. Rogi going to try and just sell the fake with this Mac 10. He'll be down by utility, but that's a perfect fake. Rocket Gaming, they've outmaneuvered Glitchtech categorically. Entire side of Glitchtech rotate away from A, and for Rocket Gaming, that leaves them a very difficult scenario. Echo holding the frag, shutting him down on the flank from T-Spawn, and looks like Echo might commit to this push, just going for a deep flank all the way back round towards mid, but the retake's already underway for Glitchtech. He can't afford to leave his teammates for dead, as Tysa, I think that's how you say it, Tysa will find the first, hold on to trade on for the second, and with Kinky finding Echo, the two standing players from the old Glitchtech lineup ring true. The wombo combo, the two-man protege, will shut down Rocket Gaming. The retake comes through, and considering it was a 5v3, Rocket Gaming did a good job to make it costly, but Glitchtech, they do still take the round regardless. Rocket Gaming, having got that plan, are going to be fairly comfortable to buy and fully invest into this next round, but for Glitchtech, they're going to look to extend their lead. They're going to look to string some rounds together and try and pull away from this Rocket Gaming side. Lies and smokes go down either side on A as Rocket Gaming lead this charge, and it's a lot of damage done to Echo early on. She comes back around, and through the smoke, Frak is going to shut down Echo. He's got Zudo to help. As the plant tries to go down through the smoke, can Frak stop it? And yes, he can. Hold on, he'll find Rogi, leaving Zazen the lone member. He's already found two, but with only 12 HP remaining, you could expect him to fall fairly quickly. He's trapped towards ramp, and the time isn't really a bonus for him here. A minute on the clock, he could get around towards mid, but the bomb is so far away. It's only a bit further than triple, but with 3 players hunting for it, it's still going to be a difficult push to take. Zazen, he'll make his way towards Palace. 15 seconds on the clock. He can't really commit anywhere at this point, and it will just be a save from him. Glitchtech, by the merits of time, and that's a kill through the smoke from Frak. They're going to find their third round against Rocket Gaming. Zazen, he's the only man who's going to be able to have an AK next round for Rocket Gaming. Most of them fully invested into this, and they are going to go down to just pistols and armor from here on out. Let's see how Glitchtech are able to fare against them. Zudo, he'll find Rogi early on, and these Glocks for Rocket Gaming, they're actually doing a fair bit of damage here and there, but it's nothing too extreme. Rock, with only 1 HP remaining, is forced to back on away, and the remaining players for Rocket Gaming do have to try and make some space whilst giving Zazen an opportunity to find some kills, and he's actually able to do so. Finding Kinky, he'll tag up his teammate as Zazen will fall very low, but Rocker with only 1 HP will still find a kill, and for Glitchtech, this is a very messy round. Considering that they were only against a single AK, they've allowed a lot of damage to be done to them. As Rocket hill back on away. still be caught out by Reyna, and that should mean that for Rocker, at least the lone man, with only 1 HP remaining, he's got to maybe pray for a timing push onto Frack, but he's playing passive in CT. He knows that he's at an advantageous position. There's 40 seconds on the clock. Reyna will just aggress into Apps. It's going to confirm to Frack where the push is likely to come from. As he'll tap that plant, he'll be able to get a plant, which is a silver lining. And actually, Frack doesn't choose to challenge him. Frack being very passive on CT. And instead, he just does not push onto Rocker at all. Rocker, he's able to get into Sandwich, a more favourable position at that, as players will start making their way forward. Gotta find him though, gotta shut him down, and now Glitchtech, that'll be their chance to make it a 4-2 lead. For Rocket Gaming though, this plant means that their next buy will be a very convincing one at that. Rocket Gaming again doing this mid-heavy default. It looks like it will just be late mid-control coming out for them, and the Glitchtech, they do chuck a few smokes just to keep them disciplined. Rocket Gaming with this late mid push actually going to be fairly scot-free until they make contact on short, spotting Duma. They actually had a fairly comfortable push as they'll now lead that charge. Olon the man to watch out for. Olon, the timing just is not there as the molly will only delay a push, but Rocket Gaming, they go straight through it. Olon falling on short there is going to open up this B site, and Rocket Gaming are just going to make it their third round. As Olon Hill announced to us that he mollied, I think it's safe to assume that Glitchtech will say something in team chat there. For now, there's going to be a standard push out from the former Glitchtech, and they try to refute it, but Echo will shut down Duma early on. Echo going to make it 2 onto Frag. Not quite a third, as Zazen is the man to put him to an early grave. Rogi, he'll trade onto Reyna. He'll look to regress further. Olon, the last man in CT. He's got a little bit of armor here and there, but not much at all, as Rogi, he'll react quick enough to shut him down. It's going to be tied up 4-4 for Rocket Gaming here, and this will be their chance to maybe do even more damage. Glitchtech with just a eco are going to look to try and do the first bit of damage here. It's silver lining at best, as maybe they'll be able to find the odd kill, but for Glitchtech, they've gone to the wrong site. They've pushed ramp, and it is just a gamble on an eco, and sometimes the gamble doesn't come up well enough. And, well, with that Rocket Gaming, they get a free plant, they get into their after plant positions, and once more for Glitchtech, it will be a matter of finding some ecos, or maybe they'll exit here and there. Zayton will find Olon. Rocket making sure that Zayton is at least defended as best as he can, but eventually he'll fall to Doomer. Unfortunately, the AK hasn't been able to be retrieved yet. Echoes will make his way towards window. Is going to mean that Glitchtech have to respect it. They can't push early on. Rainer, does he aggress with the AK? No, he doesn't. Instead, he holds. Flash out to the other side of him. He will shut down Rocket. He'll aggress a bit further, spotting Tykes. But he can't find him. As Tykes, I think, is that Tykes? Is that how I say it? Please. Kind of correct me on the pronunciation there, as Tykes, he's gonna fall, and for Rocket Gaming they do make it 5-3, or 5-4, my apologies, as they take the lead against Glitchtech for the first time since the pistol round. I have to see how Glitchtech fare. Spotted by Rainer early on. He'll drop that molly. Do the damage where he can. As Kinky will hold. Zayton is the first man to fall, and just like that, Glitchtech, they respond in kind. Rocket Gaming gonna have to over-aggress somewhere at least to make it a bit better for them, but it's gonna be a difficult one ahead. Rocket Gaming lining up for this a flank. Olon, if he aggresses at the right time, it's going to be perfect. But if he can't, Kinky has to go huge, as he'll hide on stairs. Echo will shut him down, and Olon, he just doesn't aggress. Instead, it's down to Frack. He'll find one. Echo will get the next say in the matter. And with Olon finally aggressing, he'll look to try and find a player, but he's unable to do so. As it goes to a 3v3, Glitchtech, they look to retake, and their retakes have been very strong, but with limited utility, we'll have to see how strong. As the push comes through, Echo looking to catch out Olon. Able to do so, as Ty will take down Rainer. Goes to a 1 versus 2. Luma tries his best to catch him off, and he's just unable to do so. Rocket Gaming, they make it a 6-4 lead as they'll start stringing rounds together. The question is, can Glitchtech pull themselves back? As we do see them with a poor buy of just pistols, a little bit of armor here or there, but nothing too extreme, nothing to set your heart afire, at least in terms of a buy. Push comes through, and now what a shot by Kinky early on. Zayton is able to trade onto Olon, but all things considered, for Glitchtech, this is a a round where all they want is damage. Anything more is a silver lining, as Reina will shut down Rocker. He'll regress as Zazen will look to go into Kitchen. Able to shut down Zudo as Rogi finds Kinky. That should cement a victory, as with no kit, it falls down to Reina. Shut down by Rogi and Rocket Gaming. They'll now lead 7-4, but I wish I had an instant replay, because that highlight on Kinky was absolutely stunning. Going to see a push come through from Rocket Gaming as the players stacked up into a... Again, this mid default. And for Rocket Gaming, they do like this mid hold. It does give them the freedom to just flank any site they choose to opt for. The disadvantage with it, though, is that they can't refute pushes towards apps and A. And we see that now in the form of Olon, who's just been able to get all the way up at apps. So there's no real response from Rocket Gaming, simply because they can't risk to take the 1v1. It will no longer be a 1v1 as Die. He is pushed up as Swing goes round. Echo, he'll find Duma. Follow-up flash goes in, Swing goes wide, and Ty will shut down Olon. A lovely shot, lovely flash as well from Rogi. Reina caught out and shut down by Rocker. As for Rocket Gaming, this looks like it'll be their chance not only to make it their 8th, but more importantly, to reset Glitchtech once again, whose economy is down in the dumps, to say the least. Kinky and Frack, they need to hold on to these guns desperately, because if they can't, they are facing that harsh realm of an eco, which will just hand yet another round for Rocket Gaming. For now, Rocket Gaming once again set themselves up for the standard push towards the mid, looking to do damage where they can, looking to catch out whatever they can. For now, it's all quiet as Rocket Gaming, they make their way up mid, and once again, this 3-man push onto mid as a default has worked so well for them. Kinky in connector has to try and respond with this M4, because the Deagles won't be able to do much from Glitchtech, especially against multiple AKs. Rocket Gaming, the truer intentions lie with A. The push comes through towards jungle. Kinky's man to watch out for, able to shut down Echo. Rocker is able to trade. The Deagle of Zudo will find one more, but it's Rocker to make it a 2k. Frack, the other man with a rifle in CT, able to catch out Tights. Question is, can he find more? It's Zazen to find Reina as well, and as the plant goes down, 20 seconds on the clock, Frack, he'll choose to aggress with this M for finding the first Olon onto the second, and Glitchtech, with a very poor buy, are able to make it their 5th round. Banda, if you're able to give me a lesson on how to pronounce Tykser, how to pronounce his name. I don't want to call him autism, so I'm gonna have to get a pronunciation here, as I don't think we can call people by their clan tags. Tykes. Ah, okay. Well, Tykes, on that note, will find Olon. That man advantage going to Rocket Gaming. The penultimate round of the first half. We'll have to see how either side's able to fare. We'll be able to find Rogi. Man advantage neutralized. It's going to go into a 4v4, and for Rocket Gaming, they yet again have mid control. This time, though, they'll make their way towards B, but Kinky, with this AWP, is going to be at the ready for them. Flash goes down. It should get him out of position, and for Zazen, he's the man who might be caught off if he's not careful. It won't... Well, yeah, there you go. I was about to say it won't matter, but Kinky does make it matter. He'll find the first Rainer for the second, re-aggressing onto Rocker, as Zeko is very alone. Kinky to finish the job, and for Glitchtech, it will be an 6th round, an 8-6 lead for Rocket Gaming. Question is, how close will this game become? Rocket Gaming, they line themselves up for a standard execution. Rocket Gaming lining themselves up for a push. Frag, he'll find 1, 2, looking for more as Echo will respond. Echo will look to try and find one of these members. He'll spot down Zudo, able to find him, tearing his head clean off as Echo makes it second. Not quite third as Olod and Kinky responds in kind. It's down to Pikes as he'll find the first. You know, Kinky's there. He's looking for a second. Making a bit of noise as he reloads, knowing Kinky's going to aggress and shuts down Kinky. A 9-6 lead, Rocket established for themselves as they go up against this side of Glitchtech. The new iteration of Glitchtech, Glitchtech 2.0, you could say. As for the looks of it, it is Olon standing in for Enchan on that Glitchtech side. Glitchtech, they make their way towards A on this push into Khan. It's Duma to shut down Tykes early on as Echo finds one of his own, but Frax and Kinky, they both get the next say in the Masaroki. I think he actually missed the first player to hit Frax there. Molly gonna land at Zudo's feet, doing damage to him, forcing him back, doing a substantial amount of damage out of that. But he'll survive regardless. Pseudo finding one of his own. Kinky with the next, and Glitchtech, they make it their 7th. He'll kick things off with a lovely shot onto Zudo. For now, not much of a response from Glitchtech as they do maintain this mid control. Comes through from Rocket Gaming. Frax is able to shut down Echo. And Glitchtech, from what started like a bit of a awkward round, have actually been able to swing it back in their favour fairly convincingly. As Tyke still be able to find Kinky as well. What, tearing the head clean off? I'll have you know I've said it twice this game, Swinny. I intentionally said it earlier for you to hear as well. So, for now, it's going to be Tyler left alone towards bench as he will lay in wait. Gaming with just USPs though are going to utterly shut down these players. Frax the lone man, and unfortunately for Glitch they walk into a stack, or the ecoed stack of Rocket Gaming, as now Frax trapped towards ramp, going to be caught out by Rogi, who is just teasing him with these shots, and eventually he'll swing wide, shutting him down, and Rocket Gaming gonna make it their 10th. And I tell you what, Swinny, I had my biggest game of all time this morning. From 3 AM till 10 AM, I was doing Asian games, and the peak viewers was 89,000. And I said it there while I was half asleep. So, you bet you I say it everywhere. As for now, it's going to be Rocket Gaming again in this default 2-1-2 setup, and it's worked for them, so why change it? Glitchtech, they also go for this 3-man late push towards mid. I do apologise there as I accidentally punch my mic stand while trying to get a drink. But Rocket Gaming, again in this default, look to be caught off as Glitchtech make their way up towards A. They push forward on this default, and it's Echo to strike first, shutting down Reyna. The smokes from Glitchtech do land around them though. As a follow-up push comes wide, Duma trading onto Echo as Glitchtech, they line themselves up. They're in a perfect position to plant, especially without that short presence being shown by Rocket Gaming. Instead, the AWP rotates towards Kitchen. And something to watch out for as well from Rocket is these double AWP setups. They're really expensive to hold, and they can be a buggery to retake with. As Frax will try and cross back here, he needs to be careful of Tykes, who could shut him down. It's a shot. Frax will find Tykes. Follow-up kills there. It's a, well, full collapse from all sides as Rocket Gaming now left alone. It's just Rogi, AK in hand, he'll back on away. As Glitchtech, they take the lead. Or I say the lead, sorry, they take their 9th. As they have a very solid afterplant there. Rocket Gaming with a 10-9 lead find themselves with about 5k in the bank on their top players, so it does give them a chance to maybe pistols, maybe drop an SMG here or there, but for the most part it's going to be Glitchtech's chance to make this 10-10. Tykes will aggress into apps. He'll snuggle up in that aggressive position, and for Glitchtech, they do have a minute left on the clock, so they can be a bit methodical with this B take as the smokes go down. The push comes through. Question is, what can Tykes find? He lets all of them pass. How many kills can he find? Only one from the looks of it. Rain is turning around, able to trade. The Eagles set the sight. Rocket going to be finding Olon. Frax then trade. Frax to trade onto 2. Rainer onto Echo. And with Rogi being the last member, he will be left in a 1 versus 3. Trapped off towards shorts. Very little hope for him now as he does make his way forward. From behind, Rogi, he'll eventually find Kinky. Messy, but it works. As Frax will look to trade. Ready to swing wide on Shorten. He does tease it for a second. Okay, able to switch to the AK as well, giving him a bit more freedom. As Frax, he waits for the timing. And timing he has. He'll swing wide. He'll shut down Rogi, and just like that, Glitchtech, they tie it up 10-10. And I tell you what, Swinny, if you want to DM me the favorite animal, I'll announce it at the end of this game. We can have a little bit of fanfare with it. For now, Glitchtech looks like it will be a bit of aggression towards ramp, but nothing of that aggression towards mid. Zazen will find Frack, and with that, there's no real trade, especially with Rogi finding Kinky. The AWPs come out from Rocket Gaming, and this time Glitchtech don't really have a response to it. It looks like we may have lost Olon as well, who is just sat with a molly towards T ramp. They go for a delayed push towards the mid, going to catch out the odd member where they can. As Rocket Gaming, they hold fairly substantially. He'll shut down Echo, he'll turn around, he'll spot and find Zazen. As Rogi, who'll trade on to Duma. There is 3 versus 2, and for Glitchtech, they can find this kill. Never mind. Rainer, the last man, having to go get the bomb. 10 seconds on the clock. The round is essentially over for Glitchtech. Question: will Rainer save, and/or will he look for damage? Judging by his positioning in ramp, it will be a matter of saving. As Rocket Gaming, they don't lose the lead just yet. They make it 11-10 as they look to pull ahead just that bit further. Glitchtech, their money isn't very good at all, and they force up around the AK. They have a chance, but it's nothing too extreme whatsoever. They go for a fast push towards B. Dykes will find the first. He's got Rocker to support him as they just farm anyone running towards him. Reyna can try and catch him off guard as Syke switches to the USP, but Echo is there to trade. Zuo, the last member, and Azudo gets taken down. Rocket Gaming, they make it a very quick and very clean 12th round. Question being for Glitchtech now as they hit another buy. Will this be a bump in the road, or is it going to be a more substantial hurdle as Rocket Gaming look to really start in the territory where it's becoming a matter of closing out the map? Blazer and Echo, they find two players early on. Vaxo shut down Tykes, and Glitchtech and his after plant are in a fairly decent situation. As Azen will find Kinky, and Rocket Gaming in a fairly decent position for this retake. Both spotted by Rocker. A lovely trace spray transfer there. And with Rocket Gaming, they're going to make it their 13th. For now, Glitchtech going to have to hold with these Deagles, the odd bit of nades, and maybe hope that they can do some damage. But it's nades on either side, but Zazen, he'll be nuked off the map. Zazen's molly will do a bit of damage before he falls, but it's the AK on short that looks to try and find some players. Rocker caught out. Rocker losing his head to Olon there, tearing it clean off. As Echo shuts down Reyna. 3 versus 3 as Rocket Gaming establish a fairly weak default, one on each area of the map. Echo, the man in window, is the one to find the most fighting as he'll just back away. He realizes he doesn't want to take fights, especially with Deagles. As Duma is able to save the AWP. Let's see how it fares for him. Shutting down Kinky. Let's see what Glitchtech have in store for us. As Duma will make his way forward, unable to catch out any of these members. Sorry, I think he spotted Zudo there, did he? He will on the aggression, shutting him down, and as Olon finds himself alone. 1 versus 3. Things take a turn for the worse for him. So he'll make his way up connector, looking to attack out Echo, who his location's known, but it's not good enough. Echo with a 3K is going to propel Rocket Gaming to their 14th round, and with a 14-10 lead, this could be their chance to close out the map. Rainer, he'll drop down from out, so shut down by Rocker. Duma and Kinky, they respond though, and it looks a bit better for Glitchtech now as Rocket find themselves in a 2 versus 3. This man in CT in the form of Zazen. He has to try and shut down this plant, but he won't be able to. Instead, Rocker goes on a flank, and Zazen looks to make a bit of noise just to bait some players into fighting him. Rocker goes off towards stairs. Going to catch out the odd member as Frax will fall. Ginky to trade. Question is, how will Rocker fade in this 1v2? Spots the first, he knows the second is nearby. Not really enough time to defuse. Zolon will knife Rocker in the smoke. As Glitchtech make it 11. Olon will fall to the bomb, but alas, the damage has been done and the round has been secured. And I tell you what, while we are, there's only a couple rounds left, and I do have quite a few Rocket facts on hand. So, Rocket Gaming, alright, they've done fairly well. Did you know that Rockets, they produce a lot of thrust? We're talking like a lot, alright? So, your standard engine that you get in like a jet, for instance, that can produce about 35,000 pounds of thrust, which is, that's enough to send any human flying, right? That's, yeah, moves a jet pretty quickly. It's pretty cool, right? Rockets, they can produce up to 1 million. Like, those things move pretty bloody fast. And, yeah, with that much thrust, you're hitting at like 22,000 miles an hour. Like, rockets, they move pretty quick. We have actually had a disconnect from the rocket side. He's probably taken off. He's just broke the sound barrier. He'll be back in a bit, hopefully. As Zazen, the last man, 1 versus 5. With just this deagle, I doubt we'll do much. I think it's a bit of a formality at this point for Glitchtech to take this round. Glitchtech making it their 12th. This round this game suddenly gets a lot more competitive. On the topic of being competitive and how everyone tries to name themselves fairly intimidatingly as, you know, Rocket Gaming, it's kind of big and scary. Did you know one of the most, the rockets that helped get the astronauts to the moon, right? They were based on a prototype. You know what that rocket build was referred to? It was called the Friendship 7. What an amazing name. I wish I could play for the Friendship 7. But for now, on the topic of Friendship 7, it's Echo with his teammate of Zazen together by Connector, looking to hold from this Glitchtech mid-aggression. Question is, are they able to do so as Duma makes his way in towards jungle, shutting down Zazen. Echo not quite falling, but he will go down to just 2 HP. As that's a substantial amount of damage that's been done to him. 4v4 now, and with Rocket Gaming, this double up setup needs to come through prevalent. Glitchtech, they make their way for a standard A execution. Let's see if they can shut down any of these members. Rogi holding out, catching out Rainer, looking for more as he'll back on away. As Kinky does damage, not quite shutting him down, doing so much damage through that wood though. The smokes go out on either side. Rocket Gaming, they kickstart this retake. Olon with this aggressive position is going to try and find these early members. So Rogi will fall. Shot rings out towards him. He'll survive. He'll be legged down, though, as Rocket aggresses from CT. Getting towards triple. Shutting down Kinky. Switching to the USP. Tykes is going to find Olon. Frax finds himself alone. 1 versus 3. Finds the first. 2 more left. The bomb hasn't been tapped just yet, and he realizes this shit. Wiggle peeking just a little bit. He'll swing into it. Being taken down, but there's no... Well, is there no time, actually? This is going to be bloody close, but Rocker just about able to hit that defuse as Rocket Gaming, they make it their 15th. And Rocket Gaming, as they are about to take off, we will give them a another little fact about them. Did you know that the Delta II, which is the kind of pre-SpaceX rocket, that was, though they measured how much it could carry in Mercedes S500 sedans, because they were exactly 4,200 pounds, and that was just a number they liked using. Whereas now, like the Atlas 5s, they can, which is the current SpaceX rockets, they can do about 6,500, which is, I think those are like small trucks. I don't quite know car weights, but I think it's about a small truck. On the topic of small truck, Rocker, he is going to aggress all the way in towards T-Apps, shutting down so many players, or shutting down so much information, as he'll spot the bomb, he'll back on, and it means that Glitchtech have to re-aggress everywhere to try and, well, B-Apps is just a write-off at this point. Glitchtech, they don't even attempt to retake it. Instead, they just go to A. Rogi, he'll shut down Duma early on. The trade is there, though, as Frack will shut down Echo. From behind, though, Tykes will find Olon. Reyna trading, as Frax will get the next say in the matter. 3 versus 2 for Glitchtech. Let's see how Rocket Gaming can fare. As Rocket finds one more. Down to Zazen now, 1v2 to try and close out the game for Rocket Gaming, but as that bomb is about to go off, it looks like Glitchtech are essentially going to take this round, as Zazen, he'll back away, he'll save that orb. Reyna's able to pick up one of his own, and for Glitchtech, they'll make it their 13th. We did have Swinny called OT, and that would be interesting as well if he got Swinny turning out to be the man to predict. So while we are in a pause, actually, this is a great time to explain how a rocket works. So what's pretty cool is that you're essentially pushing it, you're pointing an explosion in a direction, because you've got a liquid fuel, something that is usually very, very volatile, which is then ignited, which is hence, let's say, ignition, which is then ignited, put into a thruster, which directs the explosion in a direction, forcing the air downwards and pushing them upwards. And so that is a you're essentially pointing an explosion in a direction. That's really, really cool. I think the best time you can see this is, I think a couple of months ago, about 5-6 months ago, we saw that explosion in Beirut, and the shockwave that came out from that is in modern times at least the best shockwave I've seen kind of on video. Imagine that, all of that compressed and then pointed in a direction, which is why rockets can go so quickly, because they're just putting everything, all this force into just burning off and exploding outwards, which is why when rockets explode, it's usually fairly spectacular, because it's just a explosion making a bigger explosion, essentially. But yeah, that's pretty cool. It's also why they work in space, because you're igniting fuel with fuel that's already lit while in orbit is lighting itself spontaneously, so you don't need any air, which is why it works in space. Another thing that works in space as well, we'll say that in a moment, for Rocket Gaming, is going to be try and defend at least of this A site. As from the looks of it, it will just be a standard push forward from Glitchtech. They just hurl themselves at this site. Kinky, you'll find Rogi early on, and again for Rocket Gaming, it looks like it will just be a formality this round. I don't expect to see anything much from them. As that AWP falls, Jason is only able to find one with it. As Echo, he'll try and catch out the player as well. Echo is caught out by Frax, he'll fall. Glitchtech, they make it 14, and with a 15-14 lead, Rocket Gaming, they're going to go to overtime, or are they going to close out the map? We'll have to see. Anyway, ion engines, they're really, really cool. So, you know that experiment you can do where you put a coin and a magnet on two ends of like a sheet of metal, you then put the metal on a point, and it spins around because the electromagnetic fields of either one kind of turn around and they force the other to move, right? The reason that doesn't work very well on Earth is because of air resistance, right? But in space, there's no air resistance. So you can just, it starts slowly, but it'll speed up, and it'll speed up, and it'll speed up. And instead it'll end by going really, really, really fast, and you'll just be able to, you know, go anywhere in space. Anyway, it's Tykes who's able to shut down and rain up. The Frax will trade onto Tykes, and Glitchtech now, they've able to just cut open this beast site. It's going to be a trade almost onto Duma. He'll eventually fall to the nade, and now with limited guns, it's the Echo to find Kinky, Olon, and Frax, the lone members. Frax will find one. He'll back on away. 3 versus 5. Let's see how Rocket are able to fare as Olon shuts down Rogi. Turning back around, spotting Rocker, shutting him down. Zazen, the 1 versus 2 ahead. He'll spot Olon, trying to find him. He's ringing out shots as best he can. Eventually able to find Olon. But in a 1v2 with Frax, he's only got 7 bullets. He doesn't have a kit. Frax is spotted. He'll ring out shots where he can. And with that, that's time. Frax, he's won the clutch. He'll shut down Zazen. And we'll go to overtime. Glitchtech, let's start this overtime. I'm going to go for a fairly fast mid push as that piece goes down. Zazen, he'll kick things off though by finding Olon. Go off, and Echo, he'll find Kinky. Frax is able to trade, and Rocket with a man advantage look to refute this A push, as Zudo will find Rocker towards mid. He'll use this as a push back down towards jungle. Duma and Frax, the players to watch out for. Frax trying to aggress towards window, not quite caught out. Rogi will find Frax. It's down to Duma, the lone man, shut down by Tykes and Rocket Gaming. They'll make it their 16th. how does solar sails work? Okay, so solar sails, imagine a massive, massive solar panel, but rather than make it out of metal, make it out of like tin foil, and stretch it out. You know when you put your like bed sheet over your bed? Imagine that, and that's just tin foil over a metal frame, or something, a reflective surface over a metal frame. And what happens is it captures the light particles from the sun, which hit it, and the light reflects, gives it momentum, and it just drifts on out. The issue with it is it's not very good for intergalactic travel, and it's not very easy to control, because the heavier you make it, the slower it's going to be, and at some point it's just going to be useless. But it's so a really cool idea that's been thrown around recently. We'll highlight that in a moment. It's Echo to try and find a player on short, as Duma will make his way into the ladder room, trading onto Rocker. There's Rocket Gaming now. They set themselves out into a default. Rainer to find Echo. 4 versus 3, and for now, Rocket Gaming are going to have to try and hold as best as they can, but it's a rough one out of that. Rainer, with only 7 HP, is going to have to push towards A. In Glitchtech, they've outmaneuvered Rocket Gaming. There's only one player on site. Zayson is having to be very quick as he makes his way into CT. Pushed out of position. Olon leading that charge, and they've outmaneuvered Rocket, but to what avail? Tyler, he'll be caught out by Rainer. And now these last 2 orbs are just going to be shut down. Olon finds the first, 9 seconds left. Plant has to come through. It's tapped on down. Zayson finding Doom. Not quite the planter, though. As Zayson will then switch to Olon. Kinky to find him, though. And as he shuts him down, Glitchtech, they tied up 16 to 16. Right, back to solar sails. So, again, massive things that carry light, reflect light, yada, yada, yada. Right? Reflective surface. That's important. Now, something that has been kind of tossed around a lot is fuel and energy. And a lot of the time, we have ideas, we have the materials to do so, we just can't give the energy to then. Energy is a currency that, well, it's a currency that a lot of governments have, and it's a massive, massive feat to have energy. We talk about renewable energy, we talk about unrenewable energy. Well, there's an idea floating around called a Dyson sphere, which is to encapsulate our sun in a massive sphere that will just get the radiation from the sun and convert that to energy. And this massive structure is like massive superstructure, and that can power civilizations for trillions of years. So that's pretty difficult, you know, to make a solid structure around a bloody sun. Something that might be a bit easier is called a Dyson swarm, which is the solar sails wrapping around a sun. Not completely like check marked around it, but a swarm of them around a sun, all of which reflecting their lights. As the sun hits them, they'll reflect their light back to a set point on a planet, and that'll give energy. It's like hovering a magnifying glass over something. You see how the light gets directed, it gives a more concentrated beam of energy. That's essentially what solar sails would do in a Dyson swarm, which is, I think that's really cool. Glitchtech, they are definitely on the. What isn't cool is Glitchtech, who are running through smokes right now. Duma shut down as he pushes through to jungle. Plant goes out, and for now, we'll have to see how either side fares, as Rainer will shut down Tykes. Rocket and Zayson, the only players left standing. Now it's going to be Glitchtech looking to tie up this. Yeah, we'll take the lead in this game. Tap comes through. Rainer finding Zayson. Rocket the last man, shut down by Olon. And with that, Glitchtech are going to take the half 17 to 16, and this should be their chance to pull it back. They'll go to that CT side, the side they've had the most difficulty with. Question being, can they find 2 rounds? Oh, it's Tix, not Tykes. I do apologize, AJ. I'm really bad with pronunciation, and Tykes. Okay, Tykes. Got it. Again, I'm really bad with pronunciation of names. You see, Kiki, that took me about 3 weeks to figure out. So, I promise it's not against Rocket Gaming. I'm just slightly stupid. As Glitchtech, they're definitely in the lead here. The question is, are they able to find it on their CT side? We take a look at the rounds here. Yeah, they historically don't have a very good CT side. Their second half, it was all right, but that's already after going down. Pretty sure if Rocket Gaming make it to the finals, they will still lose to Socially, in my opinion. We'll have to see. We will definitely have to see. I'm friends with the people at Socially, and they definitely have a solid team. It'll be an entertaining game, to say the least. For Glitchtech, let's see how they fare. Rocket Gaming, they go for the standard late 3-man take of mid, which has worked for them so well. And the finals are tomorrow on Sunday in a best of 3. Hopefully Glitchtech can make it, just so I can cover it. And or if not, then I'll speak to the boys at Socially, and I'm sure they'll be more than happy for me to take it. As Rocket Gaming, they are going to make their way forward towards this beast site. Rainer, he's had great success with this AUG before. AJ, that is, yes, absolutely, categorically, without a shadow of a doubt, the reason I'm offering that. Yeah, fair play, man. Like, I don't refute that. As Rocket Gaming, they make their way towards B. It's a lot of early damage as Olon finds Rogi Rocket to trade. As money lands all around them. Olon with 40 HP having to turn back around, looking to do damage where he can. Still just get flashed through the smoke, re-aggressing towards bench. He knows they're there. As Olon and Frax are able to trade. 2 versus 3. Rocker able to find the first of Doom. Both players coming out from Kitchen. Kinky with the salt. He's holding firm. 10 seconds on the board. They have to push. They have to aggress. Only a couple seconds left. Frax being caught out. Zazen, he's trying to find these members. Running out of ammo as he swarms. Rocker finds the first. Frax trading onto another, but Rocker, by the skin of his teeth, is able to win that. Turning around. 2 HP left remaining. As he'll bring Rocket Gaming their 17th. And for Glitchtech, that was very close. I imagine it would actually be similar, the rates that Bandit and Socially give. It was more, I assume they'd want it to their channel. So nade lands right on Echo's head there. It's like a substantial amount of damage. he'll kick things off, finding that first kill. The push comes through towards A, and that's a lovely execution. Kinky found by Tix. My apologies there. As Duma will trade onto 2, though. Suddenly it pulls back to favor of Glitchtech. Rocker mollied out position on default. Duma goes huge. He makes it his 3rd. As Duma almost makes it 4 to Rogi there. Eventually he'll fall to Reyna, but it's still just a 2 versus 1. He'll find the first. It's going to be Olon to trade, and that is a wonderful retake from Glitchtech there to shut down Rocket Gaming on that take. I thought that round was theirs for a moment, but it just shifts back. Actually, AJ, while you are here, I would love to know, what's your favourite animal, AJ? Personally, mine, it has to be a grizzly bear. Simply because that's what I can empathise with a grizzly bear. It's going to be an early push towards 8 from Rocket Gaming. Frax will shut down the first, looking for a second, able to do so. As a follow-up push comes around, Zudo finding Rocker. It's going to be Frax to find, not quite one more, as Rogi will put a stop to that. Olon making his way on forward, though, as he'll tag up. He'll look to find Zazen. The nade will land right at his feet. So much damage done already. Kinky and Reyna just in CT with the wombo combo. That nade almost landing at Rogi's feet. He has to be very careful. Rogi falling to Kinky. It's down to Zazen, the last man. 1 versus 3. He's got 3 members to find on different aspects and areas of the map. And he could take 1v1s if he wants, but Olon, he'll join Kinky in connector. Zazen caught off guard. Kinky to shut him down. And with that, Glitchtech, they win their debut in the qualifiers of the Phoenix League Season 7, taking down Rocket Gaming. They'll advance to the best of 3 tomorrow, where we'll see them play against Socially in a best of 3 series. No, you guys don't want to miss it. You can find it at either this channel and or the Phoenix channel, and maybe the Socially channel. We'll see how they arrange things and or what's going to happen with that, but either way, it's going to be an amazing game. We're going to quickly chuck it to a start as soon screen, but we're not done just yet, so don't go anywhere, folks. We'll be back in just a moment.
Fill me out with your smile. Now the sunshine brings the light. Fill me out with a flame.
Right, now then, we did also say that we would mention and we would say what's the favourite animal of our Lord and Saviour Swinny is. Now, for those who are still watching and do care what the favourite animal is, I would love to hear some predictions. I do warn you, it's an obscure one. It's definitely an obscure one, but maybe some of you can guess it. We will have to see. We'll get a few suggestions in before we show and give the big reveal. Got no guesses whatsoever. Well, without further ado, the favourite animal from Swinny. We had no guesses whatsoever, but we'll pretend we had multiple. None of them are correct. It is actually a marmot, a weird little critter that looks like a beaver mixed with a squirrel. I know nothing about these things, but I imagine they are hunted a fair bit in, well, Mongolia, looks like this, but in Russia, so kind of northern hemisphere, sort of Siberian wasteland-esque animals. Looks like they prefer the mountains, and, well, little critters do look like a bunch of fun. But there you have it. These are marmots. And, well, with that, I hope you guys all have a wonderful day. I've been your caster, Kremer32. You can find me at Kremer32 on Twitter. You can find Glitchtech at Glitchtech Gaming. You know, give the channel a follow if you want to see when we go live next. But without further ado, we're going to end it there. Once again, thanks so much for watching. We'll see you in the next one. Bye-bye.